In 1993, three engineers started a company with a simple idea. They believed computers would become more powerful, more visual, and more immersive. But they were not trying to build artificial intelligence. They were trying to make video games look better. 3 decades later, NVIDIA's technology would become one of the most important pieces of the artificial intelligence revolution. This is the story of the company that accidentally built the engine of AI. In the early 1990s, Silicon Valley was entering a new era. Personal computers were becoming more common. Software was becoming more powerful, and the digital world was becoming more visual. Graphics required something different. Millions of calculations happening simultaneously. Every pixel, every texture, every movement. All needed to be processed at incredible speed. At first, NVIDIA was simply a gaming company. Its mission was straightforward: make computer graphics better. In 1999, NVIDIA launched the GeForce 256. It was introduced as the world's first GPU. For gamers, it changed the experience. Games became faster. Worlds became more realistic. Graphics and artificial intelligence share something important. Both require enormous numbers of calculations performed at the same time. Training an AI model requires billions of mathematical operations. The GPU was unexpectedly perfect for this task. In 2006, NVIDIA made a decision that would change its future. It introduced CUDA. Before CUDA, GPUs were mainly used for graphics. After CUDA, programmers could use NVIDIA chips for almost any computational problem. Scientists used GPS for simulations. Researchers used them for machine learning. Engineers used them for complex calculations. NVIDIA was no longer only selling hardware. It was building an ecosystem. And ecosystems create powerful advantages. When developers build their tools around a platform, changing platforms becomes difficult. CUDA became NVIDIA's invisible advantage. The chip was important, but the software ecosystem around it became even more valuable. For many years, NVIDIA was still viewed mainly as a gaming company, but inside the company, the strategy was changing. NVIDIA continued investing in GPUs even when artificial intelligence was still far from mainstream. Then came a breakthrough moment. In 2012, a neural network called AlexNet changed the AI industry. The important detail was not only that AlexNet won, it was how it won. It used NVIDIA GPUs. Researchers suddenly realized the hardware designed for video games could become the engine of machine learning. Artificial intelligence was entering a new era, and NVIDIA was already building the infrastructure. Then came 2022. Artificial intelligence moved from research laboratories into everyday life. ChatGPT introduced millions of people to generative AI. Suddenly, every major technology company wanted AI capabilities. Microsoft, Google, Amazon, Meta, Tesla. They all needed one thing: computing power. And building advanced AI requires enormous amounts of specialized hardware. This changed NVIDIA forever. The company was no longer just a graphics processor company. It became the supplier of the infrastructure behind the AI economy. Modern AI requires much more than a single chip. It requires complete systems. NVIDIA provides GPUs, networking technology, software tools, and complete AI computing platforms. The customer is not simply buying a processor. They are building an AI factory. Traditional data centers store information. AI data centers create intelligence. This transformation created enormous demand across the technology industry, but NVIDIA's success depends on a global supply chain. Advanced semiconductor manufacturing, memory technology, cloud infrastructure. All must work together. Partners across the world help create the machines powering artificial intelligence. The story of NVIDIA reveals an important lesson about technology. The biggest winners often appear during major platform shifts. Microsoft benefited from the personal computer era. Apple benefited from the smartphone era. NVIDIA emerged during the AI computing era. But understanding NVIDIA is not only about chips, it is about understanding infrastructure. Every major technology revolution requires a foundation. The companies building that foundation often shape the future economy. However, every revolution also creates competition. AMD, Intel, Google, Amazon. Many companies are developing alternatives. The future question is not only who will build the smartest AI, but also who will control the infrastructure behind it. Because the future economy will not only be programmed, it will be powered.